Dark Nova's Revenge, Chapter 1. A Dragon's New Mission. It has been 5 years since Twilight became the new ruler of Equestria. It has been a peaceful time, and the whole population enjoyed Twilight's peaceful rule, and they looked up to her. One day were Twilight in the front room waiting for Spike. "Your Highness, Spike has arrived," said the guard. "Thank you, let him in." The guard nodded and opened the door, and Spike walked in and walked up to Twilight and gave her a hug. "You wanted to see me, Twilight?" "Yes, I have you to come. I have a special job for you." "What kind of job is it?" asked Spike. "I'm setting up a team to restore the old castle of the two royal sisters to a museum, and I want you to be the supervisor for the project." Spike looked stunned as he looked at Twilight. He realized that this was a big part, and he thought that he was ready. "I can take the role, Twilight. I know I can count on you." "When I'm leaving?" Spike asked. "You will be leaving tomorrow. You will be staying in our old castle in Ponyville. I have already informed Starlight about it." "That's good to know, since I was going to ask about it. I promise you the project will go as you want." "Thank you, Spike." Rest of the day, Spike was so excited of his new role and that he was ready to be able to spend some time with his girlfriend Rarity, since they had been dating for 2 years. The next day, Spike took the train to Ponyville along with some of the other pony team. When they arrived to Ponyville, he told the team to go ahead to decide he was going to take care of a few things first. Spike walked to the castle where he was greeted by Starlight. "Welcome, Spike. I'm glad to see you again." "It's good to see you too. I hope the school is going well." "Yeah, it's going quite well. How is the between you and Sunburst?" Starlight and Sunburst by this point have been an official couple for 3 years. "It's going well for us. I'm glad to hear that. All the rooms are prepared?" "All the rooms are prepared for you and your team." "Thanks. That's good to hear. I will be back later." Starlight nodded, and Spike left the castle and walked over to Rarity's shop. She wasn't aware that Spike were in town for his new role. He wanted to surprise her. "Hey, Rarity." "Hey, Spike, darling. What you doing here?" Spike explained to Rarity about his new role, and she smiled at him. "I'm so proud of you, Spike. How long will you be staying?" "I'm not so sure, but I would say maybe a few weeks or more." "I'm glad to be able to see you for a while." "I'm glad for that too, but I won't be staying for long. I have going to the old castle. I will see you later." "I'll see you later then, darling." Spike gave Rarity a kiss as he left town. He arrived at the old castle, and the team were already in full work of cleaning out and put up some support beams and other safety around the old castle. Spike oversaw it all. Everything was going according to plan. Later in the evening, the team had returned back to Ponyville. After dinner, Spike sat in the library with Sunburst. "So, Spike, how does it feel to be in charge?" asked Sunburst. "It's a different feeling, but I'm proud to be given this chance," said Spike. "I'm sure Twilight is happy for you too," said Sunburst. "I know she's happy for me, and I'm glad that she gave me this chance for me. I know that Twilight had made a right choice to put you in charge of this project. I'm glad she did give it," said Spike. That night, Spike lay in his bed, stared at the ceiling, smiled that he was being given this big chance. The next day, Spike went to the site early in the morning. He helped the team with cleaning up some of the areas and kept Twilight updated by sending her scrolls with his magical fire. One day came Rarity to the old castle. Spike was helping a pony with cleaning an area of the castle. "Hey, sweetie." "Hey, Rarity, what brings you here?" "I wanted to see how the work was going, and I wanted to bring you some lunch to you that I made for you." That's so thoughtful, and all this work has been made me really hungry. Let's sit down and enjoy the lunch. I will tell you the team to take a break, a lunch break. Spike went inside the building and informed every pony it's lunchtime, and to take the serving break, he went back to Rarity and sat down and enjoyed the lunch together. Your cooking always is good, sweetheart, says Spike. Thanks, darling. I'm glad you like it. Of course, and I always will like it. Rarity smiled and both enjoyed the lunch and that she had made for them both. After they had their lunch, Spike thanked her for the good lunch. I will see you later in the evening, Rarity. I will see you later then, darling. Rarity gave Spike a cheery kiss, and then Rarity went back to town later in the evening. The whole team went back to town while Spike went to see Rarity for the evening. He knocked on the door of their home, and she opened it. Hey, darling, come in. Hey, Rarity. Spike walked in and could immediately smell that Rarity had been cooking dinner for both of them. It smells really good. Thanks, sweetheart. I hope you're hungry. Oh, I'm really hungry. I'm so hungry I could eat a whole giant diamond. Rarity smiled and giggled for the comment. They both went to the kitchen, sat down, and Rarity had made pasta for them. How is the things going at the castle so far? Asked Rarity. It goes well. We have made some progress in restoring old castle throne room. I would like to see that when it's restored. You and the other our friends will be the first to see it when it's fixed. I'm glad to hear that, said Rarity. They enjoyed the dinner together. Later, Spike gave Rarity a kiss and said goodbye to each other, goodnight to each other. After a few days, everything was going according to plan, with a small accidents, and Twilight was pleased to hear that all was going well despite the small accidents. One day, while Spike were exploring a section of the castle, when he walked into a room, looked around, when he then by a random chance touched a hidden button, a small empty room appeared. He walked in, looked around, and it wasn't much in there except when he saw a pedestal with a purple gemstone on it. He was somehow drawn to it, as somehow it made him touch the gemstone, and a bright flash of light blinded Spike for a few seconds. When he looked again, he saw the gemstone was now clear and no longer purple. He didn't know what happened to it and what it was about, but he didn't put much thought to it. He closed the hidden room and went back to help the team. In the evening, Spike wrote down his finding in a scroll as official report to Twilight. He went to bed, and that night he had a terrible nightmare. Rarity, it is something I would like to ask you. What is it, darling? You can always ask me anything. Rarity, we have been together for quite some time now, and I want to tell you that being with you have always been the best time in my life. Feeling your love is the best to me. Do you want to marry me? Spike looked at Rarity, who looked at him, and she started to smile, and he was excited she was going to say yes. Oh, Spike, why would I ever want to marry a dragon like you? I never loved you at all. I was only using you because of your personal reason. No pony would ever marry you just because you're a dragon. You shouldn't be in a relationship with a pony. And for the ring, it's just pathetic. I never had any feelings for you. How did you ever think I would ever be married you ever since you're a no pony to be with? Rarity started laughing almost like an evil laugh, and it made Spike quickly wake up, and he sat up in his bed in a cold sweat. Oh, my sweet Celestia, that was a terrifying dream. I hope it won't happen again. Spike lay down and tried to get some more sleep, but he continued to have more nightmares throughout the night. Next morning, before Spike left to go to the Troll Castle, he had breakfast with Sunburst and Starlight. Wow, Spike, you don't look so well. did you get any sleep? Asked Starlight. No, I didn't get any sleep at all. How come? Didn't you get any sleep? Asked Sunburst. It was due to the nightmares. Spike told them about his nightmares. Since it was the only one he remembered so clear, both looked so shocked at him. No wonder you couldn't have any much sleep last night, but let's hope it was just one time happening, said Sunburst. I agree with you, Sunburst. Even I had nightmares, but let's hope it won't happen again, said Starlight. I hope so too, said Spike. After he finished his breakfast, he went to the old castle to work with the team. Throughout the day, he was thinking of what those dreams could actually mean, but he decided to focus on his job than the dreams. Spike, can you help me with this? Asked a pony. Spike snapped out of his paws and looked at the pony. Sure, I can help you with. Spike helped the pony with removing some old rubble in a hallway. After they were done, Spike went back to his section to do some working. But during the afternoon, Spike wasn't feeling well. He had a terrible headache. Can you all handle without me? I'm heading back to town. I'm not so feeling so well. Yes, Spike, we can handle things over from here. Thanks, but let me know when you all get back. Yes, sir. You can count on us, said the pony. Spike left the castle and when he came back to Starlight was surprised to see him back so early. Hey, Spike, what are you back so early? I'm having a bad headache and I choose to return home earlier. You should get some sleep. That'll help. I think I will do that, said Spike. Spike went to his room and lay down, and it didn't take long for him to get some sleep. But while he was sleeping, he was in a dream that he was in a forest, until he heard something that sounded like a voice. Who is there? Oh, so you can finally hear me. That's good. Who are you? Oh, what's my manners? But you can call me Dark Nova. It's good that we can have a serious talk, just the two of us. You're just a part of the dream and not real. As he said that, a purple mist appeared in front of him, and he was shocked as it took the shape of a unicorn. What do you want from me? All I want is your body. What do you want my body for? This is just a dream. I will wake up any moment now. Dark Nova started laughing her evil laugh. Oh, little naive dragon, you don't get it, don't you? What are you talking about? I'm here to stay. I will eventually gain enough strength to control you entirely. Who are you really? And how are you in my mind? Well, let's say when you touched the gemstone, you released me from my prison. That gemstone was your prison? That's correct. I was in the gemstone hidden away for 1,000 years. But now, I'm free and I can act on my revenge. Revenge on who? I will have revenge on those pathetic two rural sisters. Spike looked shocked and tried to act calm when he stared at Dark Nova. But they no longer rule in this kingdom. I'm aware of that thanks to your having access to your memories. I know that now, but still gonna have my revenge. When I wake up, I will have them informed. Dark Nova once again having her deep, evil, maniac laugh. Once again, you're a naive dragon, cause when you wake up, you won't remember any of this talk. Thanks, I have gained enough strength so I can affect your dreams and memories, which is a start. As I said, you won't remember this, but you will remember having a good dream of your little lady Rarity. But before Spike could respond to that, he woke up in his bed and it was morning. As Dark Nova claimed, he didn't have any remember of his conversation with Dark Nova. Later, Spike woke up and he went downstairs to get something to eat. He found Sunburst in the kitchen. How do you feel, Spike? Starlight told me about your headache. It's gone, and I feel much better. That's good to hear. Are you heading back to the castle? No, I think I'm going to go to see Rarity instead. She might be happy to see you. I think too, but first might have something to get something to eat. Spike made himself a sandwich and talked to Sunburst before leaving the castle. He walked to Rarity's shop. He found her working when he walked in. Hey Spike, aren't you working at the castle? No, I had a bad headache earlier, so I chose to come back. But it's gone now, so I came by to see what you're up to. It's good to hear that your headache is gone. I've just been working, that's all, darling. After Rarity was finished with her work. Are you hungry? I had a sandwich before I came here, but I can have something else to eat too. We can go to the restaurant and grab something to eat, said Rarity. We can do that. Both left the shop and went to a restaurant to get something to eat. And both chose a soup for lunch. How's work at the castle going? It's going according to plan so far. I'm glad to hear that, though. I'm sure Twilight is happy to hear that. Yes, I keep her constant updated. They stayed there at the restaurant for a little while after they finished their lunch and chose to take a walk in the park before going back to Rarity's shop. It's a nice day at the park today. It's really nice here, especially with you, darling. Oh, sweetheart, you know what to say. I know you well, Spike. Spike looked at Rarity, and he gave her a kiss, and both went to Rarity's shop, and he helped her with some of her work for a few hours. In the evening, he said goodbye to her, and he went back to the castle and had dinner before going to bed. He laid his bed before going to sleep. He chose to read some during the book before his bed. After he had read his book, he chose to get some sleep, since it has been a lot of work the next day at the castle. But this night, he had another encounter with Dark Nova. We meet again, Spike. Do I know you? My name is Dark Nova. I'm a spirit that controlling your memories so far. Spike didn't know if he could believe it and tried to walk around her, but somehow she managed to get walls grow around him. Let me go now or I will attack you. You can't hurt me since you're in the dream world. Then let me go right now. Not a chance, dragon. We will have a decent conversation right now. I don't want to talk to you. It's not like you have a choice right now. Tell me who you really are. In time, I will tell you who I am and what, but for now, let's have some fun. Dark Nova used the dream world and made some stone monsters appear to attack Spike. She wanted to see him fight for fun. While he was fighting for his life, she was laughing at him about it. The next morning, Spike woke up without any memories of the last night. He went downstairs to have breakfast with Starlight. Morning, Starlight. Morning, Spike. You looked out to get you got some sleep. Yes, no nightmares this night, which I'm glad for. I'm glad to hear that. Are you heading back off to the castle, I take it? Yes, I am off. I have a lot to do there. I will see you later then. Thanks. I'll see you later. Spike left the castle since the team had already left for the site. They were in full work when he arrived. He walked up to the pony to get the update of things. What is the update so far? Everything is going according to plan, sir. That's good. I will be at the east end of the castle to work if any pony will look up for me. The pony nodded and went to work. Spike walked through the castle and arrived to the area that he was, and he saw a few ponies already working. When suddenly a pony lost the grip of a rope and it taking up some bricks off the wall, the rope snapped and the brick load fell right down. Watch out! Spike saw it He jumped to the side and the bricks landed on the ground, and he quickly turned around and looked at the pony. "Watch it! You could hurt me that bad, you idiot!" The pony looked shocked at Spike this way, but this was the first time any of them had seen him like it. I'm so sorry, sir. It was an accident. I promise it won't happen again. You better not. Let me if it happen again, or I will send you back to Canterlot Dungeon. I'm so sorry, sir. I promise. Fine. But just don't let it happen again. Spike looked at some ponies, looked at him with a shocked face. And then he went to his area to work. Soon the ponies to put behind a focus on the assignments of the work. Spike needed some tools for his work, and he didn't have them with him, so he left to get some of the tools. When he was in the front room, he saw some of the ponies doing some work on the floor. "What's going on here?" "We're just trying to repair the floor, sir." "Okay, carry on with it." Spike went to find the tools and went back to his area. And while he was working, he did notice some of the workers were talking and looked at him. "What are you looking at? Go back to work right now." Spike turned around and went back to work, and the other ponies somehow started to get a bit scared of Spike, since this was a different behavior from him. Some of them had known Spike for a while, and to them, this was unlike anything that he had behaved before. After they finished for the day, they all went back to the castle. Spike went to his room, and after he had dinner, he was laying in his bed when he heard a knock on the door. "Who is it?" "Spike, it's me, Starlight. Can I come in?" "Sure, you can come in." Starlight walked in and stood by the door, and Spike saw that she looked a little concerned. "Is something the matter, Starlight?" "Well, some of the other ponies of your team had told me that you had acting strangely at the castle today." "Yeah, well, it happens when some of them being an idiot, dropping a big load of bricks on near you." "I heard about that, but the ponies said it was an accident, and those others saw how he reacted to them." Well, if they weren't so unprofessional and idiots and focused on their work instead of that." "Spike, this isn't like you, since you have never been behaving like this before. I'm just tired, and the headache came back earlier might be the reason why I'm so mad." Spike looked at Starlight, and who still looked a bit concerned at him. Starlight said, "You should maybe bring something with you to keep for those headaches in check." "I will do that, but I will think I'm gonna sleep, so I will see you tomorrow." "I will see you tomorrow, Spike." Starlight closed the door behind her. Spike lay in his bed, looking at the ceiling while he was doing that. His eyes were slightly red, then fell asleep. During that night, Dark Noah was once again having fun with Spike by making him fighting against some monsters while laughing. Even if Spike wanted to stop, but it didn't work, since she threw more monsters against him, repeating so that he wouldn't get a chance to rest. "You will eventually be my slave, and I will use your body so I can act out on my revenge on those pathetic princesses. I have waited this long, so I can wait a little longer for my plans." She laughing while Spike was fighting against those monsters that she made, and Spike was getting tired, weaker. When he was getting weak enough, she decided to let him go, and then made that he'd have a dream about him and Rarity, and made sure, as before, he won't remember his time with Dark Noah or the monsters that he fought against.